Welcome back. So, this is a choice. I'm wearing a St. Patrick's Day jersey that I got from Adidas because, sure, I didn't have the Canucks, and I don't have any reason to wear it until next St. Patrick's Day. And this wonderful July 1st, well, free agency day isn't on July 1st again this year, so thanks. Anyways, so I wanted to wear a combination that you will never see me wear again. For a 9-game set, I'm wearing Canucks because, sure, did things a little bit different on this board for tomorrow. We have 2 games starting at 1 o'clock Eastern, which is 10 a.m. Pacific. And then we have games running right up until 9 o'clock Eastern, which is 6 Pacific, meaning that the review will be up earlier than it was tonight by an hour and a half. I wish they did this on Saturdays. I'd be so much happier if we had no 7:30 starts on a Saturday so I could get the power rankings done and get a good night's sleep on a Saturday night. But we're 4 weeks away from that happening, from me finally getting to sleep on Saturday. 1 Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific start time between Florida and Buffalo. Florida's going to want to start on time for this one. December 2nd, Florida beats Buffalo 7-4. March 7th, they beat Buffalo 6-1. So the no mercy stickers there. April 8th, they will meet again. So they meet twice this week. Florida's 47, 15, and 6 overall. Last 10 games, they're 7-2-1. They've won 3 in a row. Their odds of making the playoffs, 100%. They're going to clinch over roughly the next week. Their odds of winning the Stanley Cup, and this is according to Money Puck, so you guys can go over to Money Puck and check out their stats. 9.8% chance of winning the Stanley Cup is what they're giving them. On the Buffalo side, they're 25, 33, and 11. Last 10 games, they're 6-1-3. They did win their last game. They have no chance of making the playoffs or winning the Stanley Cup. Also at 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, the Detroit Red Wings in against the Ottawa Senators. Of course, a couple of days ago, or yesterday, Ottawa won the first one, 5-2. We'll see on Sunday morning how things turn out. Detroit's 26, 33, and 9 over their last 10. They're 2-6 and 2. They did lose their last game. Ottawa's 24, 37, and 6. Last 10 games, they're 3-6 and 1. They won their last game over Detroit, and the third and final meeting will be on April 12th. So, yeah, overall, we'll see how this one turns out, and neither of them have any chance at the playoffs. Then we get into 4 o'clock Pacific, or 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, and this is a game all by itself between 2 teams that aren't making the playoffs either. These are the games that before I had a channel, I'd just skip. November 11th, New Jersey wins 4-0. December 11th, the Islanders win 4-2. January 13th, the Islanders win 3-2. For anybody who's going to say, well, you know, it's late in the season, you could skip this game here and there and give yourself a bit of a break. No, because in the beginning, I said this channel would cover all 32 teams. If I start not covering teams because they're out of the playoff picture, I'd be going against my own advice when I started up the channel. The Islanders are 31, 27, and 9. Their last 10 games are 7-3. They've won 3 in a row. They've been playing very well. Their playoff odds, 1%. Basically, they have to win out and hope that Washington has everybody get hurt, and maybe they start wearing their jerseys inside out and shooting with the wrong-handed sticks. Then maybe, right? They have no chance at a Stanley Cup, according to the prognosticators either. But again, that 1%, they're the only team below the playoff line in the East that has any kind of chance. New Jersey, 24, 38, and 6. Their last 10 games are 3-6 and 1. They lost their last game in extra time. So for New Jersey, they're trying to even the season series. The Islanders are trying to win 3 out of 4. And again, their record's not going to be as bad at the end of the season as it might have been. So it's something to build on, right? Then we fast forward 3 hours, and we've got 4 games starting at 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern. So starting with the Philadelphia Flyers and the New York Rangers. December 1st, the Rangers win 4-1. January 15th, the Rangers win 3-2. The fourth and final meeting between these teams will be April 13th. So the Rangers have not had a problem with the Philadelphia Flyers yet. Philadelphia is 21, 36, and 11, coming off of another loss. They're 3-6 and 1 in their last 10. They've lost 4 in a row in regulation. For the Rangers, they're 44, 20, and 5. Last 10 games are 7-3. They did lose their last game. Their odds of making the playoffs, 100%. The odds of them winning the Cup, and again, this is from Money Puck, 0.3% odds they're giving the Rangers. Also at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, one of the few matchups, this is the only matchup between 2 teams that will make the playoffs. So this is what makes sometimes these long days kind of taxing too, because you only have one team that's going to be in the playoffs. So Minnesota and Washington, this one should be fun. January 8th, 3-2 shootout victory for Minnesota. So Washington will be looking to win this one. Minnesota, of course, coming off of a huge win over Carolina. They're 42-20-5 last 10 games. They're 8-1-1. They won their last game. In the playoffs, they have a 99.96% chance of making the playoffs. They have a very, very slim chance they don't make the playoffs. Their Stanley Cup odds aren't bad, 5.6%. If you're a Minnesota fan, you'll take that, won't you? Yeah, you will. The Washington Capitals, 37-21-10. Their last 10 games, they're 6-3-1. They did lose their last game. Their playoff odds, 99%. So, again, that 1% with the Islanders. Their Stanley Cup odds, 1.2%. So, not great Stanley Cup odds, but they're better than the Rangers, even though they're below the Rangers. Again, this is all based on whatever simulations they run. Then also at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, 2 non-playoff teams go at it with Arizona in against Chicago. November 12th, Chicago wins 2-1. January 6th, Arizona wins 6-4. Their next game will be on April 20th, so they play each other 4 times. Arizona, 21-42-5. Last 10 games, they're 3-6-1. They did lose their last game. Chicago, 24-35-10. Last 10 games, they're 3-5-2. They've lost 3 in a row in regulation. So, without Clayton Keller, I don't expect Arizona to win much now. He was really driving them towards victories here and there, and they still only had 21 all year. So, again, without Keller, it really hurts them. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. So if you're a Vancouver fan, the good news is this game will be over early. It's Vegas against Vancouver. Vegas beats them 7-4 on November 13th. This game means a lot for Vegas. For Vancouver, they're saying all the right things, but if you can do math, the odds are against them. This is the first of 3 meetings over the next week and a half. They'll meet again on April 6th and April 12th. So it should be an interesting 10 days. 38-28-4 is the record for Vegas. They're 6-4 in their last 10. They've won 4 in a row. And I expect them to jump back above Dallas tomorrow. I'm wearing Vancouver just because, sure, why not? The odds of Vegas making the playoffs, 56.9%, so better than even. Their Stanley Cup odds, 3.2%. So this is where things get interesting. And again, I love simulations for this. On the Vancouver side, they're 32-28-9. Last 10 games, they're 3-5-2. They've lost 2 in a row. Their odds of making the playoffs, 1.8%. Take that, New York Islanders. And their odds of winning the Stanley Cup, also 0%. But they have a better chance of making the playoffs than a lot of the other teams on the board. So take that, New Jersey and Philly, and it doesn't matter. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific start time between the Edmonton Oilers and the Anaheim Ducks. October 19th, Edmonton wins 6-5. February 17th, Edmonton wins 7-3. So this is the third and final matchup. Of course, a 4-goal win doesn't get you the no mercy magnet. It has to be a 5-goal win. For the Oilers, 39, 25-5 record. Last 10 games, they're 7-2-1. They've won 3 in a row. Playoff odds are 88.7%, looking good. Their Stanley Cup odds, 3.6%. They have better odds to win the Stanley Cup than Vegas. I think it's because the Pacific scene is weaker, so the simulations would see it as being an easier road. That's my guess. On the Anaheim side, they're 28-30-10. Last 10 games, they're 1-6-3. The 1 was their last game. That was a win over the Arizona Coyotes. And then at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific, we've got the Dallas Stars and the Seattle Kraken. On January 12th, Dallas wins this matchup 5-2. They will also meet on April 23rd. So we will see how it goes. Dallas is 39-25-3. Last 10 games, they're 7-3. They've won 3 in a row. They're only 1 point behind Nashville now. So Nashville might be in trouble. Playoff odds are up to 70% now for Dallas. That's pretty good. Their Stanley Cup odds, 0.7%. So this is what, and again, I love these numbers. I love that Vegas has a better chance of winning the Cup, and Dallas has a better chance of winning the playoffs, or making the playoffs. That's great. On the Seattle side, 21-41-6 is their record. Last 10 games, they're 4-5-1. They've lost 2 in a row in regulation, both of those against the Vegas Golden Knights. Dallas, if you take them lightly, they're going to beat you. But Dallas tends to win these games. They just usually make them far more interesting than they should. I'd rather they were far less interesting than they are. That being said, let me know your winners in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. Another long Saturday, but again, looking forward to 4 weeks from today when there won't be hockey on that Saturday and I can sleep. I may just sleep that whole Saturday. Maybe I'll just record a bunch of videos on Friday and just sleep. That sounds great. That sounds, and cats would be happy. They love it. Anyways, there you go. Let me know your picks. Thank you guys so much for all your support. It means a lot. I will talk to you again soon.